What's up guys, it's Jacob Tolentino, and today I'm going to be breaking down the aerial for you guys. The aerial is a fundamental technique, and it is a cartwheel with no hands with only one prerequisite, which is the cartwheel. We're going to be learning the aerial in 3 different ways today. The first being the headstrong approach, the second being the baby cartwheel approach, and the third being the illusion kick approach. Different approaches work for different people, so try all 3 of these out and then pick whichever one works for you. Let's get started. The headstrong approach is the most straightforward approach to learning your aerial, and it takes the cartwheel and turns it straight into an aerial. It takes a lot of trial and error, some guts, some falling, but eventually you will get it. We're going to start off with a strong and fast cartwheel. From there, we're going to jump off of our left leg, so that way we're in the air, we get used to being in the air a little bit before our hands touch. I add a little jump, and then my hands touch. Once you have that, you jump a little bit stronger off this left leg and kick a little bit stronger with this right leg, so that way you're in the air a little bit longer before your hands touch. Once you have that, you start adding more and more power until your hands touch even later. And now, once you feel like you're ready, add as much power as you can in that jump, add as much power as you can in that kick, and your goal is to land on your right foot without your hands touching. And that's your aerial. The baby cartwheel approach is going to take a lot less falling and a lot less power, but it might take you a little bit longer to learn the aerial. We're going to start off not with the full cartwheel, but just a little baby cartwheel like when you were first learning it. From there, now that your body isn't so inverted, now you can jump without having any fear of falling. So you're going to do that same little baby cartwheel, but just don't use your hands. Just a tiny little jump. I'll do it one more time, and this time I'm going to invert the cartwheel just a little bit more. And you have to make sure that your leg is going up as high as you can and your head is as low as you can. Once you have that, you keep building your way up to being more and more inverted, putting your head lower, kicking higher and harder each time. And then again with a little more power. And then again with more power. And eventually, with enough practice, you will have your full aerial. The illusion kick approach is my favorite approach to teach because it can be done by anybody, even if they've never done a cartwheel. It's going to start off with a right leg crescent kick as high as you can. Your leg's gonna go from here all the way over there like a rainbow. Once you have that crescent kick, we're gonna turn it into an illusion kick. Your leg's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna go over there and kick really, really high. But you're gonna lean your body down, so you're pretty much kissing your knee. After that, we're gonna add one more step so that way we can finish the way that we started. Now that you have that, we are going to add a tiny, tiny little jump between the illusion kick and the step. Now you're going to add that jump a little bit more early, so that way it looks more like an aerial. And then the earlier that you add that jump, the more inverted your aerial is going to look and the easier it'll be. Until finally you have your aerial. A few issues that I see with students using this approach is they forget that this leg is doing a crescent kick. So the leg is coming in front of them. If the leg comes in front of you, your aerial will look like this. and that doesn't look like much of an aerial. So you want to make sure that this leg is not coming in front of you, but around you, this way. So that way your aerial will look more like this. The second problem that I see a lot is they forget to bring this leg up as high as they can, and they focus too much on the jump, and it looks like this. That also doesn't look like much of an aerial, so do not forget that kick. And the last thing that I see is kids get scared of being inverted and they keep their head up. If you keep your head up, the aerial looks like this. It's more like a butterfly. So you want to make sure that the head is as low as you can to make sure that you invert. And then eventually your aerial will look like this. We're going to be going over two setups, that being the skip setup and the spin setup. These setups will give you more power on your aerial, making it stronger and easier. For the skip step, you are basically running. So you're going to take your right leg and step behind you. And then with this left leg, you're going to bring it up and do a little skip on this right foot while you step that way. Now notice how I'm facing this way, so that way I can use my body to turn and give me power on that aerial. Let's do it one more time. I step with my right foot. I skip with my left foot. And then I proceed to do my aerial. You have to make sure you do these setups fast. If you do it slow, you lose all your momentum. So if you do it fast, this is what it should look like. I step, I skip, and I aerial. The next setup, the spin setup, is the most common setup for the aerial. For the spin setup, you will step with your right foot around. Then you will step with your left foot around, so your body is still leaning this way. And then you will lean the body this way and proceed to do your aerial. Or you can change out that spin with the left foot with a hook kick. So I will do the same step with my right foot, but this leg will do a hook kick. Or a heel kick or whatever you want to do, and you will go straight into your aerial. So once you have that set up fast, it should look like this. Or if you do the spin hook kick, it'll look like this. That is the aerial. Hopefully this tutorial helped you. If it did, make sure you message me or tag me in any of your progression videos. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll make sure to get back to you. Send this video to anybody you think should learn the aerial, and also let me know what tutorials you want to see next. Other than that, that's the end of the video. See ya!